All right, 3, 1. Uh,
Good Monday evening, Internet. It is Monday night, therefore, it is Degenerates Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show. Tonight, you've got me, Jen. You've got Joe.
so,
No, you're on this side. Think so.
uh, no, I think I'm on the other
Uh,
side. I'm on that side on your screen, but not on
yep, okay.
the. Yeah, sorry. I should actually. That's actually a good idea to make it.
Oh, that's okay. Hello, there's Joe.
I,
Tonight's topic is what to do when half your group doesn't show up for one reason or another. We're going to start with our gaming wins. It might be a short session. Who
yeah,
knows? Might be long. Who knows? Stay, um, hop on, enjoy the ride.
yeah. Hopefully less ADHD this time, since only one person has ADHD this time.
One official.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so with that, we're going to start our gaming wins with Joe,
Okay. Yep.
which
So
we have a
yeah,
shared gaming
shared
win.
shared gaming win. It actually kind of ties into our main topic, but half our group couldn't make it on Wednesday. So Kristen, fearless leader, decided to run 7C for us. So Jen and I got to play 7C Captain Redbeard, where we were able to stop her leading a ritual that would turn her into essentially a goddess, right?
Yep.
Also, but it would involve sacrifice and all that. We were able to stop her. Yep. I got to play a Russian guy. Fun.
Zeltko, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah. Zelt.
So we
Uh,
yeah, we played with some that was with a joint gaming win for us. So it was
yeah.
something that we'd never played 7th Sea before, and I was having so much fun that I took terrible notes. I did take a little bit of notes. I tried.
They were good. They were
And
good.
what is that system called that we were using with the dice
I think it's just
for like
called.
the groups of 10?
Yeah, I think it's just the 7C. I haven't seen that in any other game other than 7C.
Okay. Yeah, I know
That's
we
cool.
tried that one in Fallout to do like a like
Yeah.
kind of homebrewish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun to do that with.
Yeah.
And we had it was a speed run, one shot,
Uh,
and what did we for 2 hours, 2.5
yeah.
hours maybe.
Yeah.
And so we definitely got to speed through it.
Yeah.
But
I
it was
barded
a
my
lot of
way through
fun.
most of it though. I barded my way through most. I just kept convincing people. Like I don't think she was expecting me to just. I just would like put all of my points into to convincing people to not kill us. It worked. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And we got some lucky rolls and some not so
yes.
lucky rolls. But then we definitely had a uh, rule of cool
Yeah. Yeah.
things of, hey, yeah, y'all can get away with that because, it's just
It's
y'all.
cool, and it's
So,
yeah. We have an hour and a half to. Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was definitely good. I would definitely like to play that one again. It was a lot of fun. So shout out to Kristen. Thanks for making it
Yep.
work.
Kristen, if you're
Had a lot of
watching, thank
fun.
you. And if you're not watching,
It was fun.
you should be watching. She's got life stuff going on right now.
Yeah,
Episode is
she's
about.
got work stuff, and so she's out for work stuff, which happens. And because of her job, she ends up having to do a lot of after hours work. Um, and then with Noah's got some family stuff going on. He
Yep.
had to
Yep.
bard a funeral over the
Like, wasn't it
weekend,
for
and
his dad too? Was it his dad's funeral?
I don't remember. I thought that they were doing a joint funeral for his father-in-law and mother-in-law,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but
yeah. That might be it.
I
Yeah.
cannot remember.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but he did.
He's got a lot going on
Apparently,
right
things went
now.
really well. Yeah, so he did. According to him, he did really well. So that's good, and hopefully, um, the internet's favorite dipshit Noah will be back next week.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. This is next week Thanksgiving? Or is that the week after? It doesn't really matter because we're gonna be live
I think
because it's a
the week
Monday. So
after.
yeah, so but
Yeah,
either
I
way.
think it's the week after. My kids aren't in school anymore, so the school schedule is just to me, I don't know. That's the only reason I can keep days of the week now is because my husband works from home. So I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I knew Monday through Friday.
Yeah, yeah, that's the only way I know is look at my team. Oh, it's one day today. All right,
So,
do
um,
it to it.
for your in-person games,
Uh,
what do you guys do when you have somebody who's not able to show up for one reason or another?
do you want to showcase Deathmatch Island first, or do you want to get directly?
Yeah, let's do Deathmatch Island because I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. Do you want to start talking about it since it's your game, or I could give an overview as well?
Um, I'll do a quick snippet
Okay.
while you're
Or I
pulling it
didn't
up.
mean to. I didn't mean to.
Oh, put me on the spot. You
Yeah.
know, I'm I can't be on the spot because I've been planning this all week, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
um yeah, we've had this topic in mind all week
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't come up with this like an hour ago.
on the fly.
Yeah. By me just saying, Jan,
Deathmatch
what should we do?
Island. Yeah, Deathmatch Island. Did you share that out or did I
Yeah.
share that
Yeah.
out?
I shared it to you, and then yeah, I
Okay,
remember because
then
I
I
put the books
I
in.
took
Yeah.
off running with it.
Yeah. Was you
Yeah.
originally asked when we were going to play it? I was like, oh, we're playing it because I didn't know.
I thought
But
that's why you mentioned it because it looks
yeah,
like a lot of fun.
yeah, it does. I
And
mean,
um
it was on my list of stuff to run. I just didn't know when I was going to get around to it because I have so many other games to run.
it is a so it seems like so phase 1 of it seems like teamwork and
Yeah,
then phase 2 is PvP battle royale shit and
yeah.
I think that that's going to be a lot of fun
Well,
to do
there's
the
three
PvP thing
phases.
about it.
There's three phases. So phase one is like teamwork and building connections. Phase two is you pretty much have to screw over some other team by the end of phase two because it's like essentially each phase half the people die. So if you start with like 400 people, 200 people are dead by the end of phase one, and then 100 people are dead by the end of phase two, and then by the end of it, only one person gets to survive phase. But that's if you run a one shot, I think it's only two phases. I didn't mean
No, you're good. You're good. I was reading through the PDF and I didn't see a lot for phase 3, but I maybe because I didn't read that far up to it because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get there yet.
yeah. Phase three is
But
just the battle royale,
our
the
plan
end
is to
game.
have me run that in January, and it'll be my
Yeah.
first thing I ever GM.
Yep.
So that will be interesting.
No
But
pressure.
because but it should be easy because all of this stuff is already the settings,
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
already there.
Yeah.
And with it being PvP, I mean, then it's kind of easy,
Yeah.
to
Because we make your content for you.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, okay, that works. And just referee it. And,
Yeah.
as a mother of 3 kids, I can definitely referee.
I like it because
And I'm used to PvP.
yeah. So for me, it's interesting because I really like that old Japanese movie Battle Royale. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that one. It's from like the early
Mm.
2000s, I believe. And it's very Japanese. Also, Squid Game. I couldn't finish that just because like it was too
Oh,
intense for me. What else? There's a couple other Battle Royale movies, but I really like
yeah.
that.
It to me it sounds kind of like Lost
Yeah,
meets
Lost. Yeah,
Squid Games and Hunger
yeah, yeah.
Games.
Hunger Games.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
that
like
was
what it sounds.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
Lost and Hunger Games is
I
what it sounds like.
I also like the whole like the whole you talk about it afterwards for like your own like Survivor or something. Like everyone gets
Oh yeah,
like
like little
yeah
confession things.
yeah, and so I
Yeah.
kind of like that just because it's like having been engrossed in reality TV for so long, I just find it quite interesting that we can actually play that and play a game like that, and be able to describe with the background of us, on the beach talking about how we just caved in somebody's head with a rock. You know what I mean?
So you're not getting the person's backstory. You're kind of getting their backstory by seeing the way that they think and they deal with the aftermath. Instead
Yeah,
of hearing about their past,
yeah,
you're hearing how they dealt with the present, and that kind of
yeah,
gives you a sense of who they are without knowing
Yeah.
their history.
Yeah, because they don't know their history. They don't remember how they got there. Like you have like an occupation, and that's about it, and you have a nickname. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think your nickname can also change. So, like, I think every phase you can change your nickname for every advancement.
Mm.
So I mean, it's kind of cool. And yeah, like eventually you
Do
have
you
to.
have the? Let's see if I can find a link for it to
um,
post in chat.
Oh yeah, the on backer.
Yeah, Deathmatch Island. Sweet. All
Yeah,
right, here we
it has cool
go.
art. But I know they're coming out with the
Yeah.
soundtrack for it too, and the Roll20 thing. I will try to
Mhm.
get that so that we can try to use the Roll20 for the stream. That'll help out too. I think.
Copy link and post.
I could run the Roll20 in the background game.
I may say that's an excellent idea because I have a Roll20 account and I've looked around at it, but I've not actually done anything on it.
Okay,
So
I could do it.
for this having a Roll20 interface would be cool. And I like how on the book it definitely has a lot of is it the DARPA initiative? Is that what was on
Yeah, yeah,
Lost?
yeah,
I think,
yeah,
and so a lot of all that
yeah,
classified documents
yeah. Redacted.
and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah, like
all that redacted shit.
one of your attributes is redacted. It's like straight up redacted. Like you're not even supposed to know like what that stuff is, which I just love that. Like that's it just fits the vibe. I dig it. I dig it. I'm
It does
excited.
look like a lot of fun, and
It's very simple. Right.
and it seems like it seems very interactive. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that if it comes to like, I don't I don't see it as a lot of like maybe turn based, but it seems like action would be so quick that
yeah,
you're not really having to wait turns, even if there's a lot of people
yeah.
that you would have to wait,
You don't have to
you
wait
know,
too long.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's okay. Well, you
Well,
have this, okay, this, okay.
because you have to roll
So,
first, right? So like you just have to say like, okay, well I'm going to roll because you usually have to call for the roll, right? So you'll be like, well, this is snake mode roll because you're trying to sneak. Everyone rolls snake mode, and if they want to help somebody or have somebody help them, and all
yeah,
they add their dice for all that stuff. Then everyone rolls. But if you fail, you just narrate how you failed. If you succeed, narrate how you succeed. So it's just kind of like a one roll resolution for everything, which is really nice. And sometimes people get hurt and stuff like that, and that's always nice. And then whoever rolls the highest, I believe, gets the most followers, and followers are very important.
hey, punishment.
Yeah, stealth is always yeah.
Stealth
What's up,
opinion.
punishment? Stealth is always a pain in the ass in RPGs, but in Deathmatch Island, it's not too bad because it is just like roll snake mode. And also, I just love that the name for stealth is snake mode. Like that's just kind of a great stealth attribute name.
Um, like the cardboard box.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. See, I know I've seen that one, and it was Metal Gear Solid.
yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
So I remember that. I never played it. I've seen it played, and I was playing a game. Oh, what's it called? Um, no, it was my time at Porsche. Little like Animal Crossing Stardew Valley like game, and it had one of the little
Oh,
enemies is a
really?
snake in a box. Yeah, it's a little snake in a box, and it has a picture on the outside of it, and I can't remember what the picture is. It's been a year or so since I played it.
Oh, never heard of that.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, what else kind of intrigued you? I like all the orange that has like a very distinct color palette. I like that, and that's
yeah,
talk about. I really,
no, it's I'm interested in see some of the cover art, but
yeah,
right now without seeing any of the cover art, just seeing, the orange pages, with the
yeah,
classified document look to it, and the maps, like, if those look great, I'm
yeah,
really curious on
yeah,
how the other artwork in it looks. So
yeah.
I'm
Because
curious if they're gonna do like schematics for stuff, or if they're gonna do just people, or landscapes to give you kind of more of how the terrain would look um, for the island, or if they're any of the enemies on the island. So,
Yeah, yeah,
besides just people. So any
yeah,
monsters and shit like that.
yeah. I don't think there's too many monsters. I mean, I guess there are actually. You're right. There are under in the redacted places. They're also they're. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, that would be the only thing. Yeah, because you definitely want to see what all the slugs and stuff have on there, and
Yeah.
then all the
See the
redacted
big
weapons.
Yeah, those are going to be fun and I'm curious with weapons if there's any modification that you can do to them, but it's not something that you're going to be like able to keep for a while because it seems like these sessions seem short,
But
but I don't know
dangerous.
yeah. So I'm like, just how involved, how when you're doing this, how long do they expect sessions to take? Like, can you do a whole phase in one session?
Yeah, you could
It,
do a
was that
whole you
too
could do a
fast
whole
or too
battle
slow?
royale in one session. So it's designed that you could do it from like a single session all the way up to full campaigns. They have a new game plus mode, which allows you like
Hmm.
the person who survives the first battle royale goes back. Either they need more money or whatever. They like something happens where they have to go back, and then all the other players will play new players, or they might all lose and they play new players to the next one. But all the history from the first battle royale is still present in the second one. So, and then usually the second time around, you try to break the game. Because usually, like the players want to fight the first time around because if you know it's a campaign, you might as well battle
Yeah,
royale at least get the PV. And the
yeah.
last of it, it's like yeah, it just depends. But you can run it in a single session, but you can also go up to multiple sessions. It just depends on how many places you want them to go. If you wanted to do a whole island as one session, you could make it two sessions if you really want to. There's enough places on the islands for people to do all that kind of stuff.
Well, it seems like one as well that, and that can go to tonight's episode as well for tonight's topic, is that kind of like how the West Marches thing does, where you can like drop in, drop out, drop in,
Uh,
drop out.
yeah,
This one would be easy to do that too. Like if you drop in, great, you're here. If you drop out, yeah, we're just put your character off.
yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, yeah. Like,
You
because
can have a
it
new one next time.
it takes 30 seconds to make a character, and their character will probably get killed anyway. Like, half the
Yeah,
characters have to die before they can move to the next phase. That you're one of the 200 people that died. That sucks, but hey, sucks to be you. Sucks
yeah.
to suck. Just show up next time. It
Hope you
doesn't
weren't
matter.
attached to
Yeah,
the yeah.
yeah. I mean, like you're not
So
supposed to be
again,
attached to these characters, so
yeah. Or if you're doing a longer campaign with it or more sessions with it, then it's like, okay, well, I guess you're just downed.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just got knocked out by something, and
Or they could
you're
just be doing something else. They could be on the other
yeah,
side of the island. Just depends on
exactly.
how long.
Yep. Or you're captured. When we had that with Matt
Yeah, yeah,
in our
yeah,
Fallout campaign, we knew he had the drop because he was moving, and
yeah,
we had his character get captured
yeah,
by the Brotherhood of Steel, and so he was out for months, but he was still there, and he'd be able to pop in every once in a while and such. But life happens, and so you know,
yeah.
like his character's still around right now. Um,
He has
so
multiple
it'd be nice to
characters
have him
floating
back
around.
to come visit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure he will be back eventually. Got a lot going.
yeah,
Luckily, we get him on the podcast. Should we transition into our topic then for today?
yeah, yeah. So that sounds like a perfect transition for our topic of what to do when folks don't show up. So last week, you and I made the best of it with
Yeah,
Kristen and ran a little mini session of a different game because I had said, okay, well, we can just discuss our game plan for how we're going
yeah,
to do next. And Kristen's like, let's do this instead because I can run
yeah,
this game, in my sleep. Like,
yeah.
okay, I'm down for that. That works. So that's one way to do it. Another way that we've done it in our Fallout campaign is, we had Maddie was down, she was doing a
Yeah,
play,
yeah,
and so she couldn't do some nights. So after she had her big character arc, after that, we know she was kind of took damage from the big bad. So we were essentially literally lugging her around because I'm a super mutant, so I've carried her and her power armor around, and so we just stick her there and say, okay,
Yeah.
we'll go do this and pick her back up and
Yeah. Yeah.
and go do that. We've had some folks had to drop out for other reasons. So I told Kristen one day, I was like, hey, what if I just have, we take this settlement here and any of the people who have dropped out for one reason or another, just make them NPCs and stick them at the settlement.
Yeah. If they want to come back in,
If
they can pop in.
Yeah, they can come. Their character is still there, but I think Marty needs to be the leader of Good Neighbor. That's where we need to
Yeah.
stick him.
Yeah. Yeah. Make a great
So,
neighbor. Still drug
yeah,
addled. Cool.
exactly.
But he's
So, I
our drug
mean,
addled cool.
exactly, exactly. So, what's better, the ghoul you know or the ghoul you don't know?
I don't know.
So,
I'm some Marty. I'm not.
I'd rather be on Marty's good side than his bad
Yeah,
side.
that's true. Not sure which side
For those
Andy's on
not
right now.
knowing, Marty is Matt's character in our
Yeah.
Fallout campaign.
One of Matt's many characters that he's played.
That's true. That's true because he's done that and a Colonel Gutsy, which
Yeah,
is
which
a Mr.
died.
Handybot.
No, it didn't
Which
die. Remember, because
no, he
he
was
took
hanging
over.
out with the super
Yeah,
mutant behemoths at Fort
yeah,
Strong.
yeah. Which he may or
So,
may not have gotten crushed by now, but we that he has a guy, his Children of Adam character.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. I totally forgot about that one. Cause oh,
he's got a
I'll
lot
have
of
to check the notes for that.
been in a lot of plates. What was I gonna say? So the easiest one I've heard. This is actually coming from Happy Jack's RPG podcast. Stu, rest in peace. It's a running joke that Stu died when really he left the podcast to personal reasons, but everyone just jokes that he died because he was like the face of the podcast for so long. His take on it was just they're not there. They're not there. Like why make it any less retcon them out of the session? Like it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't hurt. So I use that all the time. It's just like, well, they're just not there. You know what I mean? Like they're off doing something else. I had a DM who said that they're eating coleslaw. They're off eating coleslaw right now. I mean, look, me, it's the easiest way to get around it is just to give them something that they're doing wherever they're at in the time. And I have this little PDF. Let me see. From the Axiom library called Mysteriously Missing and Merrily Met. And it's just like, depending on where they were last seen, they're on the table, and whatever happens on the table, that's what they were doing for the session. So
Oh,
it's like if they're in the forest, maybe they were hunting for mushrooms, finding food while everybody else was doing their session. They came back with a little bit of food for the party. Or if they're in town, maybe they met their girlfriend and they eloped with them for a day. They get a little charisma boost for the session. You know what I mean? Just something that's like has a story element to it, but doesn't detract from the play. Because like with my AD&D game, we we play other people's characters, and I don't like doing that because I almost killed our paladin off because I just wasn't really paying attention because it's first of all AD&D characters are fairly complex, so it's like okay, I don't know what all this character does, and my character is extremely complex, and so running two characters is like it tracks a lot from it for me personally. I just don't enjoy doing. I would rather just them not be here. You know what I mean? We can make a little quick story thing as to what they were doing while we were. That's kind of just how I operate. I just want it to be a simple, straight down the middle. Like, yeah, they're not here. You know. And as far as story goes, it can be tough because, like, obviously, when there's like a set piece battle or something, you want all the players there. So sometimes you just have to stall for a session. You should always have different modes of approaches to things. If you make your campaign malleable enough, you'll always have that room to work with. So it's like, well, you know, because you still want to have forward momentum in your campaign. You always want to have forward momentum. You always want to have escalation. But sometimes if you only have two players, you usually have four. You can't have that big set piece battle and have half your players miss it. So you have to find a way to wedge something in there that's still so interesting.
Yeah, like with ours, I know we've had gaps in ours where just shit just doesn't come together for,
Yeah,
weeks, and it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That shit happens, and I'm looking for my other
Yeah,
book.
sometimes you just cancel. I mean, it's okay to cancel.
Yeah. So, because we've been playing since September of 2021,
Yeah.
and first session notes I have is from November 18th of that year. Um, it does. So, cast for that night was Kristen, you, me, Maddie, Colton, Matt, and Natalie. So that was and then the next Tuesday, what next session see, that was November. Next session was in middle of January.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I mean the holidays happened. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
true.
why
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we were discussing Deathmatch Island, yeah, to start it in January.
That makes sense.
And how that one was when we Bone Shakes got the Brotherhood tat with a Nuka Quantum ink. So Scribbles his first tat, first out of two,
Yeah, and
and
hopefully a
then
lot more.
that's where we had Matt's character kidnapped. So
Yeah,
he even got cheesy artwork.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, shit happens and it's all good. And
Yeah,
when Kristen has said gaming makes a family, and it does. And the when you have a table for so long, you know the people, and they're not
yeah,
just flaking out on you. You know that
yeah,
they've got shit going on.
yeah,
Nat's a new mom, Maddie's got school
yeah,
and work, she's got the playhouse, and just shit happens.
yeah,
Everybody has shit happen.
yeah.
I almost missed, so last week? Yeah. Um damn it. I
Yeah, I
was
mean,
just gonna have
I've missed games. I've had to step out of games because of my mental health. Part of life.
yeah, just some days you just can't do it. And I've had that where I had a seizures
Yeah,
one day, and I was like, I just can't make
yeah,
it tonight, and it sucked having to miss it because I love
yeah,
um my Monday night shows. I look forward to it,
yeah,
and having to miss it for the scrapbook event, I was like, oh, I'm actually gonna be able to make it because usually I stay until like it closes, and
yeah.
it closes at 11 o'clock, and I was like, usually I'm the one locking up. But when I left, there was like 3 people left there still. So I was like, no, hey, I'll actually get to make it in time. So that's great.
Glad
Yeah.
you
So
did.
with yeah, me too. It's my usual. It's how I start my week.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've like the podcast. I think I've only missed one episode. That's the episode that we do not speak about. So, but I've missed more than a few games. I've had to postpone my Rifts game quite a bit because of all the hassles over the past couple months. Part of life, but I try not
Yeah.
to postpone if I can get away with it. But I think as a game master, especially if you're not there, you could probably postpone it. And I probably should have postponed my first session because you really got to give people 100%. You're asking them, to 2 to 4 hours of their time to you. It's important that you respect that. That's another thing,
Yeah.
but
And sometimes with mental health, it sometimes with me, if I'm doing something, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be social when I'm playing online games. My husband's like, just log on, and you don't
uh,
have to be social if you don't want to. But once I get in there, I'm like, okay, I start talking, and then I'm good. So sometimes it helps, and sometimes it's like I don't have the energy to even do that.
yeah, it's okay if you don't.
Yeah. So like I know y'all are there, and I'll see y'all next time. And I know I miss out on some funny shit, and
Yeah,
like
I mean, I had
it
to
probably
step
ain't gonna be
out.
nothing in the clip today.
What's that?
I said we won't have anything to clip today.
Oh,
It's
you
just
never
me and
know.
you.
You never know. I've clipped you before.
Oh, what is some
Had some
shit that
jokes.
Noah would say?
I don't know.
Oh, The Eldritch Blast thing was pretty funny, and I'd
That
forgotten
was
all
funny.
about that till I watched
Yeah.
a clip on it, and I was like, "Oh, that was a good one."
I gotta check the analytics on that. Hopefully, but ADHD might get in the way. Um, what was I gonna say? Game
It'll get in
wise,
the way for it for now.
yeah, yeah,
But he said, "Yeah, you had to step out for one game. We weren't
yeah.
far into it, and you had to step out, and we got it."
It
And
is
I
what it
think
is.
that was we were we were still at the settlement place, so that's when me and
Yeah,
Natalie were
yeah,
dealing with the wires
yeah,
and the fucking mole rat.
yeah. Like
Oh,
Natalie, she has that newborn, and sometimes she just can't get away
yeah,
from him, because poor
yeah.
baby.
And
Well,
sometimes he's right there on her chest while she's
yeah,
rolling dice.
yeah, yeah.
So
He's
it
pretty
is what it is.
quiet
I mean, some of us
sometimes, which is
have, yeah, we have, you know, I'm able to do this as often as I can because my kids are all grown.
uh,
And, when they were younger, probably not. This would not have been easy for me to do because they would play together nicely and then fight together and
yeah,
then
yeah,
play and then fight. I'm like,
yeah.
oh.
Kids, how it works.
So this
Yeah,
is a this is easy for me then.
it's easy
So
for me too because I have like literally nothing going on. So,
well,
but
you run some games too. I don't run
yeah,
any games.
yet, yet, we'll
That's true. That's
we'll
true.
make a forever GM
And
out of you. Just don't worry, you'll be there.
well, like this was my accomplishment for the day. So got that
Yeah,
started
yeah.
this morning, sat there and watched Supernatural on the couch with the cats on my lap and got that done.
I have a big
So,
African American summit at work for the next couple days. So,
oh fun. Mandatory fun, which is
yeah,
never fun.
yeah,
It's like being voluntold.
yeah. That's kind of what it is. And corporate events.
My husband's like that. He's like, I have to go into the office. I don't want to. I don't want to play nice. I don't want to see these people. I just want to get my work done.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of where I'm at. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't have anything else going on, and games kind of take me out of the real world because the real world sucks. So I do
Yeah,
it. So yeah, I
it
mean,
is.
like,
It's fun to just escape for a couple hours and
yeah,
just have, your focus on something that's just you.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
you and your friends and just
Really
it's not
cool. Just
exactly.
doing cool.
I mean, yeah, it's role playing, but
Yeah,
when you look at your character, there are some aspects of you in your
get it. Yeah,
characters, even if
yeah,
all your characters are different.
yeah,
So, I mean, like with Sally, she's ended up kind of being a mom type
yeah. She's
now,
definitely the
which
mom of the group. Yeah.
and I didn't realize that
What does
until I
that say
picked
about
up
Natalie though? Because Natalie's effectively a serial killer in the game.
she's a mama bear.
To
She
us,
has
but to
pregnancy hormones going on,
to everyone else, she's
but
just like this wasteland.
don't fuck with her. And when you see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
rolling pin, know that you are fucked.
yeah. I just as soon as she whips out the rolling pin, I just get out of the way. Or do it.
Yep, just
It
up.
works out.
Y'all done it now.
What was I gonna
um,
say? Uh, yeah, like I mean, I think. So I mean, like my group, my AD&D group, because we know that people aren't going to be able to make it until January. We're just playing one shots and stuff games. I'm kind of burnt out on board games, so I'm more interested in one shot. So I mean, I ran Ethan Reich, which I had a lot of issues. It's a new game, so hopefully it'll get all the issues kinks out later. But I'll be running Deathmatch Island probably sometime between now and January, just so I can get a feel for the game. I mean,
that would be
that's a great
good.
way. Yeah, it's a great way to stretch our legs and get an idea of what we're playing.
I think your folks will like that because yeah, like you said, it can be as short or as long as a game as you want it to be. So if they're doing one shots right now until after the holidays,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't take too much for you to run because one, you're an experienced GM,
Yeah.
Two, all this is kind of laid out for you, so it should be easy. I'm hoping it's easy.
It should be. I mean, like I'm experienced, yeah, but I have to shake off a lot of dust because I haven't ran games in a couple years. Now getting back into the flow of it. I used to run games all the time, but because of my mental health and because everybody else also games, I had to take a step back. Kind of sucked, but I mean, now that I'm back into running games, I'd like to run games every week. Right now, it's every other week, different, different a week, two
Kind of
every
like how
days.
Kristen does,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
she does,
back to
with
that.
our Wednesdays, and then following Wednesdays is Seven Seas.
Yeah, mine's are Thursdays. Yeah, like riffs. I want to run riffs and I want to run root quests. I doubt people thought that
But
Pendragon.
you still do all yours in person, right?
Yeah,
Except for our Fallout one.
and I mean, I'd like to do an online game, but it kind of it's kind of nerve wracking. I might run, and I've gotten some put some feelers out, but finding players for that, we'll see. I mean, I could always ask
Well,
you guys, but
exactly.
everyone's
If
super
you have,
busy.
I've got a super open schedule, so if you ever need
Yeah.
just a body and a
Okay.
spot, sure,
Okay.
I can roll dice.
Yeah.
I can bullshit.
That's pretty much all there is to it.
That's true. That is RPGing. Is roll
Yeah.
dice and bullshit.
Bullshit. If
It's
you're in
like whose
person, eat some
line is it?
pizza. Yeah, yeah. If you're in
Hey,
person,
there
eat
you
pizza.
go.
That's pretty much it. Like, not really. Killing.
And the good thing about being in person is that you can show off all your favorite dice.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
good thing of being online is that you have access to all your
All of your
favorite dice
dice.
right there at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
You don't have to say, "Oh, I should have brought this one."
Got a big old bag of dice that I just keep desk full, like random size dice, like 30s, 24s, a bunch of classes crap. This is a D30.
That's cool. I finally got to see my first D100 in person.
Oh, really?
I got it for my oldest for Christmas,
Oh, really?
and I
Yeah.
didn't realize how it's
Yeah, yeah, it's big.
like the
Like a
size of those.
baseball.
Yeah, or those, I was thinking the kid in me was thinking those giant jawbreakers you used to get
Yeah,
at the mall
yeah,
from the candy
yeah,
stores, those
yeah,
big fuckers. Takes like a year to eat.
yeah. Those were so nasty. Those were
They
so
were
nasty.
so nasty
It's so
and
unhygienic.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. And it was that good childhood version because when you become an adult, you're like, "Oh, why would my mother let me do that? That's gross."
It's different times, different eras.
That's true. Some of the things I'm doing, like, what? I said, what was I thinking? I wouldn't like, why'd my mom let me do that shit?
Yeah.
And then
Pixie
I'm sure my
sticks and
kids
all
are gonna
that.
think, why'd my mom let me do this shit too?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, different times. What was
That's
I going
true.
to
I mean,
say?
my kids have a lot more freedom than I did, but I'm a lot more strict with them at the same time. So who knows?
Oh,
I'm surprised that only one of them does D&D, and he got into it by like Kristen has with a group at
uh,
the club at
school.
school. That's how we got into D&D. He started
Yeah.
playing Magic there. They had an after school club. So he started that. That was his
Yeah. How I started,
introduction to
kind of.
tabletop.
How I started was my buddy Evan tried to run a campaign, and he was just like, "Hey Joe, we're playing D at lunch," and that was kind of it. He's like, he kind of. I was voluntold into that as well. He was just like, "We're playing D at lunch. You're playing a barbarian." I was like, "All right." Uh, Playing it ever since. Shout out to Evan if you're watching.
Thanks, Evan. You are appreciated.
Yes, you are. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Just ever
Well,
since.
I got pulled into this by Kristen just
Yeah,
putting a thing out there on the one of
Fallout
the
group.
Fallout Facebook groups of, hey, y'all want to try this shit?
Yeah,
I'm like, I've never done it, but I'm down for it. So I
Yeah.
watch Dimension 20. So I watch all their little campaigns and their little one with
I
Burrow's End right now with Stoats, and then
I like them
I
better than
am
Critical Role. I think they're way better than
well, I'm
Critical Role.
watching Critical Role. I can't. I don't know if it's because of the layout on the screen or what it is, but I don't find Critical Role to be as entertaining as Dimension
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. I mean, I
I'm
think
I'm not
personality
sure.
wise, they're also just better.
Yeah, I
They're
want to say they're not as
funnier.
professional.
They're
Yeah,
funnier. Yeah.
they are,
Funnier.
and it was entertaining when Matt Mercer was doing the host for one of their most recent not episodes series. Um, and I think that was nice because Brennan got a way to do a character instead of having to be NPCs. Um, and now he's in their current one. He's being a player, and it's nice to see him. But you can see where he's trying to. Every once in a while, you can see where he holds back and is not trying to backseat GM.
Yeah. 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 I have that problem all the time.
I
I
struggle
understand.
with that with Sally. I'm like, I
Yeah.
gotta think like a super mutant and not a human.
Yeah.
I
I
gotta
mean,
remember my intelligence is only 6.
it's not a big deal though. I mean, like it's not hard and fast rules like what people think it is. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like, eh,
Really cool.
just play. Yeah, just play the character in whatever way you're comfortable with, as long as it doesn't hurt everyone else. It won't matter. You know,
Exactly.
I'm in the minority on that, so that's my take on it. I just
But
don't think it
as long as
matters.
everybody's having fun and nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah.
So
Or
that's it. Nobody's
only if goblins are getting hurt. Curb
yeah,
stop some
that's
goblins
fine.
whenever possible. Unless you are a
Exactly.
goblin, it's
Yeet them. Yeet them all.
all the goblins. Hashtag eat goblins.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, that's kind of like as far as like my plans right now is just I really want to have a second game going, but obviously I have to calm my life. Once my life is calmed, I'm definitely gonna have a second table. I don't know who's gonna be playing in it or not, but I have to have that. And yeah, hopefully RuneQuest, but it'll probably be something else. Not sure what else I want to run yet, but it'll probably be something. If I get a RuneQuest table together, definitely gonna run. If you're watching, play RuneQuest. Hit me up. Email is in the description. Also, any of the platforms. Preferably join our Discord. Noah's been doing work on our Discord and no one's joining it, so and hop on our Discord, say hello, join in on the fun, and
Am
possibly
I
get
on
in
our
some actual
Discord?
plays. I'm not sure. Yeah, but we're going to be doing actual plays starting next year, obviously. So hop on in. We'll have a bunch of actual plays next year. Hopefully, we'll have at least a couple a week. That would be fun. But we'll for sure have Jin, and I'll probably run one, and Noah will probably run one at some point. Kristen will probably run one. I know Matt has a bunch of stuff that he wants to stream. I saw it on his Discord that he has a bunch of stuff that he wants to stream. So if he ever has time, he will on here as well. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of games running around. I know Matt also mentioned that we could do like a round robin thing where we each take turns running games and stuff like that on a certain day and all that. So what
That could
happens?
work.
So we'll see what happens. That's kind of our plans for next year. Do we have much more to say? This might be a short episode. I only came up with one topic. Well, Jen only came up
Yeah,
with one
but
topic.
I wasn't gonna take credit. It was a joint thing. Um, but no, it's a good yeah. It's it's um it's good. It's good. I think we covered it really well of what
Yeah,
to do. There's upsides, downsides, things you can do, things you
yeah,
shouldn't do.
yeah,
Um, I think above all, don't give up on your person.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
we saw players who have been gone for months, but you know what? They come back to the table, things have chilled out in life. Great. Love to
yeah,
have you back.
yeah, yeah,
So, if somebody steps away from my table for personal reasons, where shit's going on, yeah, okay. But if you're kicked from the table, then do
yeah.
not come back.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think,
And you'll know if you're kicked from a table
yeah, we'll be
because
surprised.
we've had that. Yeah, we've had that discussion before on having to remove people from the table for one
Yeah,
reason or another.
yeah. I think if player has to leave for personal reasons, don't take it personal.
Yeah,
Like it does
it's
it. I
just
mean, like, it sucks because you're down a player and
yeah.
probably had like a story I played out. Even if they just,
I'm
even if
curious
it's
where our
just not,
storyline was going with Kristen before we um before when we first started where our
yeah.
storyline was at. I'm curious how much it's
Uh,
changed.
I don't think Kristen usually does it like a session at a time, so I don't. I'm not sure. I think our storyline was still very Maddie focused at that time, so now it's very good neighbor focused. I think she just kind of keeps a broad idea so that she can be more malleable because she is.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I
it's an
think.
easy world for all of us because we've all played Fallout 4.
Yeah,
So
that's what helps.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
we've all played that.
yeah. You haven't played Fallout 4 game to jump into a lot of lore,
That was my very first Fallout game. And
really.
as my husband's fault, it is totally his fault that I play Fallout.
Yeah,
He was like, "Yeah, just try it." I'm like, okay, beat it twice.
yeah,
And then he's like, "We'll try, 3 and try New Vegas." I didn't get far because I was like, "I don't have to do my junk." And then I tried 76 because I'm like, "Hey, it's West Virginia
yeah.
online. This will be great." And he's like, "It's not a Fallout game. I ain't playing it."
It is a Fallout game.
So
It is a Fallout.
yeah, so it sometimes it borders on The Sims, but it's okay. It's still fun. And but I still like it. I like that it has some lore, and I like that it's evolving some. I'm curious to see how this so they've got stuff with the pit going right now,
Yeah,
and they're bringing in Atlantic City.
yeah. I saw that.
So we'll see
I don't
how
know.
that goes.
I haven't. I don't think I've even gotten to my count in over a year. It's even what that thing. They got rid of all the legacy weapons, right?
They did, and
Because that's all I
then
had
there
was
was other
legacy
ones that
weapons. Like all I had was the OG legacy weapons.
well, so some got deleted and some didn't. So you may still have some.
Okay, I'll have to see. I mean,
It
yeah,
it's definitely more user friendly now.
yeah. That's not that.
Yeah.
The
Well,
original
and
setup
especially on
was
play
hard.
what platform.
Yeah, I mean,
So depending on the platform you play on, I think also depending on your platform depends on your player base. Aha,
yeah, yeah,
depends on the platform that you play on. I have found at least that I
yeah, and
find the most trolls on Xbox and the
yes,
very least trolls on PC.
yeah, yeah. I refuse to play anything
Right
online on the
is
Xbox anymore. It's like it's a kid's system. I just don't want to deal with kids. Like I just like PC helps out. I can't hear you. Hey. Oh, true.
okay. Sorry, my son's called. He's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got home? Oh, okay. He got home. He let me know that his hamster Cookie died.
Rest in
Poor
peace,
thing.
Cookie.
Rest in peace, Cookie. You
Poured
have
out
the
for the.
internet's love. She was a little hamster that they got on on Mother's Day
Oh
because it was
wow.
the same day that so they came over to our house on Mother's Day to see me, and he had picked her up at PetSmart that day and brought her over, and she bit me. I'm the only person she's bit. um, so yeah, they've had her since Mother's Day. That sucks. That sucks.
Oh, hey, Daddle.
I think that is, yeah, because we're wrapping up anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that we're good. Thank you, ladies, gents, and everybody and everything that um total brain fart. thank you guys for joining us tonight. Much appreciated, much love. Make sure to catch us next Monday
Yep.
at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for those who think that Texas is the center of the
Yeah.
world.
Like and subscribe. Send
Yes,
us
and
emails.
share.
Send us
Yes,
emails.
share, comments. We love all the love.
Yes. Follow. Thank you for our recent
Yes.
followers. We're slowly but goals. And yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Next
So
time.
wonderful.